Monaro time again, and another day, another loving gift that it keeps giving. This really is the car that just keeps on giving. So I'll show you what we're up to this time. So we've got to the quarter, the rear quarter here. We knew we had to take this off. This was a really horrible repair. Let's get a light here. Bad, just bad. I mean, look at that. They've put a repair patch panel on the outside straight over the top. Look at the bloody angle grinder marks, rust. Beautiful welding, beautiful welding. Yeah, look at that. Makes me feel great about my welding. So yeah, it's pretty ordinary. And then they got down to here after, you know, leaving a few holes and things. Nothing wrong with a hole here and there. And then they decided to, let's just put some spots on there. Don't worry about welding it, just put a spot here, there, and cover it with bulk. And then, because we already knew that we had a lot of rust behind here that they didn't look at, so we've got to take that off and then make all that. But when I was taking that filler out, I then discovered that there's a scrape dent in here, which I'm not surprised by that, but they decided to put a little patch in here, this whole piece here. And I noticed by seeing that red oxide, they've obviously cut this out off of another car and put it in. It is a different width. When you look at the width here and it gets up to here, it narrows right down for that patch, and then the other panel goes back out again. So I'm thinking probably have to pull all this scrape dent out as best I can, work that, and then yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking this is so badly done, and I've got to fix up behind it anyway, so I might actually get another piece in here, and yeah, we'll take this off, whether we use this piece again or I've got another one anyway. But yeah, we'll get all that repaired behind and all up the top, and then we'll put a new one in here, and I'm guessing we might cut this out and straighten it up a bit better with a new patch in here. I don't know, anyway, makes you wonder. Just keeps on giving me gifts, this car. Anyway, stop talking about it, head down, bum up, get into it. What we got here? Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Not too bad, really. Probably not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Anyway, we might, we'll cut that back bit of that seal out and replace that. And replace that inner section. I'll have to make that up right down to there. Yeah. Anyway. Have a look. No undercoat, no epoxy, nothing, just bare metal behind there. Good, great work. Raining outside, and in the shed we are. So what we've done is we've actually got a heap of masking tape. We've taped it down and then across to give it a bit of shape, and then over that we've just overlaid our lines. We should be able to make a decent sort of a piece off of what we've cut out there. So we'll make it in a couple of pieces. So this bit, the top edge, this bit and this bit, and we're going to join it somewhere down along here. We're not going to take the whole lot out because it's pretty solid obviously on the top. These will be our flanges as per what's on there underneath. It's just flanged around, and we'll get this bit made, and then this piece here will be another piece in there, which we'll then weld on. So we'll get that off, cut out, and weld it up, and then we will, once we've got that sort of made, we can actually cut that out, and then we'll have a tackle on this this dog leg bit here after. Righto. Just here about to trace this out. This is actually a bit of hot rolled. It's the thicker stuff which you've got to use on the sills and subframe and that. It's the thicker steel. So yeah, you've just got to take that outside off it. I mean, it's surface rust anyway. I was going to do it anyway, but it gets like a blue crust on it from being hot rolled, whereas the cold rolled type steels don't have that. Anyway, we've just taken that down, and then we'll get this tracing on the top, cut her out and fold her up and see where we get to. Just done a little bit more. It didn't take long. We've probably only been on it for maybe, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours tops. And we've just got this sort of folded up, which should kind of fit, we're hoping, pretty much in there when we cut all that out. And then we've just got a little bit on the end to fold up and weld on. But we should be able to get that pretty right. And then we'll move on to there. But yeah, we're getting there, slowly. Anyway. Dog leg is back in. So we got the dog leg back in. Pretty happy with that. We've got to tidy up the inside. Yep, a bit of welding there. We did put a bit of welding on this side as well. And yeah, we've got a bit of copper primer on that other bit of sill panel that we've replaced. And we then got this panel that we were talking about, and we've now put the factory shaping on the bottom. And the drain holes, we've given a bit of a tidy up. We've got to deoxidine it yet. We did give it a bit of a sandblast, but it's still a little bit sort of pitted. So unfortunate, but it's not too bad. And nothing that the deoxidine won't tidy up. And then we've just got to drill a few holes for plug welds and things. And then we'll get it sitting in there. But it's you know, it's not bad. It's pretty close. There's a bit of damage through here. So there's a pretty good scrape dent that goes all the way through here. We'll get that out after. And there was a piece that went right the way up here that was put in. So we've still got this little bit that's in here, but we'll leave it there. And we'll tidy it up. The welding is, I don't know whether you can see that, but shocking. There's holes and everything in it. We'll tidy all that up properly. And we want a bit of a play with that before we put this in, weld this in. But all in all, it's actually coming up all right. And yeah, it's pretty straight. We put a straight edge on it before. It looks pretty good. I think we can I think we can. Handle it. I think it'll be all right. So anyway, a little bit that'll obviously sit in a bit better once we weld in. But yeah, there we go. So we're getting there slowly but surely. So we've just, you can probably see the bit of a bluish colour on that one. We've just deoxidined it, the whole panel. Scrubbed it with a bit of red Scotch-Brite and deoxidine. Rinsed it off with rainwater. And then just methylated spirits. And now all we will do with that is we will get the 80 grit and we'll just go over where we're going to put the seam sealer, the copper primer, and we'll spray the copper primer underneath it where it's got to go. We'll just give this a bit of a scuff where we're going to do that. Put the copper primer, and then we should be pretty right to then fit this panel onto here. So that's what we're working on. So she's all tacked in, filled in the tacks, lined it all up, and then we ground all the welds down, which looked pretty good. No warpage or anything. So yeah, we didn't get too much warpage. It was actually pretty good. Got the front all plug welded down and on there. It's going to need a bit of filler in through here. So where we did weld it down through here, and then we had that old patch that was in here. We've also just been pulling out with the spot welder, and we put a bit of wiggle wire on here. For those of you who don't know, that's wiggle wire. We put a bit of that wiggle wire on there, and we lifted that big scrape dent right out, and we've pulled out another couple of sunken sections that were in here. Lifted up. We had another one up here as well. You can sort of see the dimples in there, so still a bit more work to do, but putting the straight edge over this now, it's straight the whole way down. We've just got a bit of low stuff through here, but we have got a heap of filler in here. There was, by the look of it, I'd say there's another big collapsed cave part in through here. There's a heap of filler. It looks like, I reckon that's filler from there all the way through, just because that edge is not very sharp. So we'll probably dig that filler out and have a look at that. But yeah, we're not going too bad. We're not going too bad. This car, yeah, it will have some filler in it, but we're going to keep it down to a very minimal length. It'll be only 1 mil, 2 mil tops, if that. All in all, pretty satisfying. So there's before, there's the rust underneath, and more rust, quite bad. That's us repairing with all the new panels, and then show you finished. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for our next video. Over for now.